Oh, hello, Molly. I wanted to go into a different room, press a bunch of buttons, and then talk to you over the internet instead of in person. How does that sound to you? And mostly just how does it sound, my voice? And I guess we'll get some music going here, which is not the music. Hilarious. Let's do this. The opening music was perfecto, perfecto. Your voice is lovely. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. My hands are cold. It's freezing. But I've got some hot tea. So let's see how that goes. I didn't fix the whale animation on the AFK. It's still jarring. So I'm just waiting for the jar. There it is. God, that's bad. How did I miss that the first time? You know what? Maybe it's not. Need to think about that. Probably just need to come in and edit it out a little bit in DaVinci. Make the loop a little bit better. It's fine. It's fine. It's producing. So over the weekend we played the other terraforming game, and I realized that yet another game I was playing, Stardeus, is also a terraforming game. That's how that game ends. So if this is a one-stop shop for terraforming, I think we made that joke last week, but maybe it's not a joke. Maybe that's just it. Some people are like FPS streamers. Some people are chill, like building strategy streamers or whatever. I am a terraforming streamer. If there's a game where you can terraform something, I'm the first one in line. I'm gonna go just 3 hours today to just before 9 p.m. here in the European time zone. It's Champions League tonight, and I usually Chelsea's playing Dortmund in the second round at Chelsea. So I want to watch that, but I usually open my app to look at the day's games, and I don't know why I didn't do it this morning. I guess I was hyper focused on getting through a bunch of work that I wanted to get done. So, and I did. I think I did exactly what I achieved, what I wanted to achieve, and I started streaming right on time. I mean, this isn't directed at anyone in this audience. The audience is one, so I'll just let you read between the lines on that. Let's see. Once again, as we start getting ready to play this game, I think the developer patches on Tuesdays, so I think that's what we've got going here. Let's look at music's kind of loud in my ears. Yeah, I'll turn it down just a tad bit. Yeah, so it looks like you can see it. He posted last Tuesday some patch notes, and today we've got some more patch notes. So, hold on just a second. I go from sitting basically in silence with saying very few words to just non-stop speaking. My voice is not even near close to being used to this as we enter week 3. So Plan B version 0.6.6.6.6.665, a lot of sixes in there. Improvements: duplicated lines, keeping transported items by middle click on stops. So I think this allows, so like, let's say you're gonna run iron to a steel plant and you want to run 2 different lines. You can just middle click and it'll generate the same number of trains and everything instead of having to rebuild it from the start. So point to point, maybe. We'll see how that works. And then vehicles keep containers when rerouted. I read this originally and got very excited, but as I read it some more, vehicles keep containers when rerouted. So you can reroute them now. And instead of losing the entire line of trucks, it will keep all of the trucks or trains full and then reroute them to the new place. So when you update something, when you move it, I mean, yeah, I guess we'll see how well that actually works, but fixed load crash at 66%, fixed load freeze when more than 1600 sprite displayed on minimap, no more stops in unlock screen. I don't know what that means. Fix the bug on production speed, better text. And then minor, no more escape right click on home to quit game, UI, various improvements to the building UI, mouse over feedback, etc. Hint for the first level with no unlock item, and the compost being made from 2 recipes. So, oh, hit the mic with my teacup here. So very, very small fixes, but what I guess this shows you is what we said last week and what we said the entire time we played this game is that the developer, even though they're small, is at least putting something out on a pretty regular basis after selling quite a few copies. This tea's warming me up. I have not played this since last week. I have thought about it, and I watched some videos this morning. I watched a couple of streamers, sort of half-ass watch. I feel like I've kind of hit a brick wall here. I played another terraforming game called Planet Crafter on Sunday, and I got an itch for that. And so maybe we'll switch. There's one of my, I was telling Molly this morning that one of the games that I play a lot, or did one of my most played games last year, Transport Fever 2, is getting an update in 2 days time, and it looks pretty damn cool. So I think it's going to be hard not to play that constantly if the updates are as good as they're saying they are. Visual updates, new trucks, new trains, some new ideas. So I mean, that's the ultimate logistics game, and it's quite fun. It's just quite fun. Oh, it's just good fun. All right, I guess we'll launch this game here. Oh, look at that. Okay, so where did we leave our heroes? Drax. Where did we leave our heroes? I think my problem with this game at the moment, and like sort of my like lack of enthusiasm, and I'll get over it here in a couple of minutes because I'll get knee deep in like trying to fix this. Yeah, look at how big Los Angeles has gotten. Holy shit. Whoops, I'm hitting the wrong keys. Is I feel overwhelmed by the game. I mean, I'm only like taking care of one city, and if we look up here on the map, you can see that both my other cities are in like decline because I'm not paying any attention to them. And it's not, maybe overwhelm is just simply like me, just, right? Sort of a slower type gamer than most people. You know, these guys that are doing 45 million people on the planet, those are like the min-max crazy dudes. So, yeah, I don't know. It seems like every time we kind of build to the point where we've caught up to it, we're to the point again where like, shit, we should have doubled down. We should have quadrupled down, right? I mean, I have what I think is a pretty big area for building, but it's, you know, the city's growing around it. And if we start doing the math, you know, we're taking out annual waste of 6. The demand on this stuff is now 400 and seems to be increasing at a pretty good clip. And so, and maybe it's just a matter of playing it more and understanding the systems more, and also just realizing that I'm going to have to scale. Like, I'm always just kind of, this is always sort of this is my satisfactory problem too. I'm building for what's right in front of me. I'm not building for tomorrow. I am the US government. I am local governments. I simply can only see, I'm a reactionary government. I'm only reacting to the things that are happening in front of me. I'm not looking for long-time future growth. That's a problem, and it's hurting my city growth. There's a little bit of city politics in here. So I'm still trying. You know, it's my third playthrough, and we restarted because of the water thing last week, which that, by the way, seems to have worked out. And so I'm sitting at 725,000 people. I'm trying to get to 1 million, or as I'm trying to get to, I got 72,000, trying to get to 100,000, just trying to break out of level 15. And all the other levels, like, it was achievable. I had a goal, I knew what to do, and I got ahead of it. And in this one, I don't know, like, it seems like I'm just fighting to get to that point. It appears as though we're producing enough food now. And I've done better this time because I've done a bunch of math. But the oxygen is barely keeping up, and we've expanded this. So we need to, like, I think what we need to do is to be smart about it. And we probably need to redo some math. You can see that I've done some towers here that tell us how many of these are producing. So it's saying it's producing 330 pieces of reinforced concrete. Well, we need 399. So my best laid plans at this point are a failure, which means this needs to, like, significantly, like, if I'm smart, I increase this to 660, right? I double it all the way out. But that means we're gonna need a pile a load more sulfur. We're just about done with this one. I think we're boating in sulfur now from here, and I've toyed with the idea of bringing in sulfur from the south again. And I just had a thought, like, am I fucking myself again because of the whole, like, I want to centralize it all and make it easy so that it's scalable? Should I be making it in 2 different places to try to meet the demand? I mean, at this point, like, it's pretty quick to get this sulfur, and this is gonna last a long time, right? And we're producing steel here, and then I think we're trucking steel in from some other place too. Hey, Trez, if I remember from the last time, it was very hard to push more of this city. Why don't you push other city to reach 100K? I see what you're saying. Is this, yeah, wait, is it just one reach a population? I see. So you're saying just give up on the city, go try to push one of the other cities to push the 100,000. That's my problem. I didn't think about that. I was just trying to see if I could get one city as big as I can, and it's not undoable. I think I've been working slowly at these other 2 cities. Osaka is growable for sure. We just need to fix the reinforced concrete problem. That's not a bad idea, actually. Maybe just, where's this city's population now? I thought it was overall. No, it's 100,000 in your biggest city. Yeah. You're saying that city just may be too hard to push? I mean, like, I thought it was the easier of all of them. The problem with this city is that I don't have any, there's no food, so I have to I'm going to face the same problems as I faced in the last city, right? It's just scaling. The good thing about Los Angeles is that everything is here. I just need to scale. Yeah, it's just one city. Reach a population of 100,000 in your biggest city. Yeah, because the overall population is only, you know, there's a couple thousand in the other 2 cities combined. Go for it. All right, let's push through. Let's tackle one of these problems first. So oxygen, I'm making 375 and I need 399. So let's fix this to start. Can't decide if I just spread out this way. I want to keep it. I think I want to keep it in here. I mean, I could rebuild it all and then let some of the city grow in here, come out this way on this. Maybe that's what I do. Let's do some math, shall we? Let's build it for... Let's build it to produce like 600 maybe. So we need 50 oxygen. We need 50 of these guys, atmospheric extractors. We've got 471. So let's try to think about how we want to do this. I mean, see, the guys that are doing 45 million or big numbers, like you have a spreadsheet, right? That's where you start. You start with the famous spreadsheet. And as we talked about the last time, like I'm not ready to I'm not ready to do a spreadsheet, right? I'm not ready to do a spreadsheet. AFK minute. All right, Mos. Whoops. Oops, come on. Rusty. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's basically a little more over than four down, or right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5s and 6s. And then we can destroy this one that's in here, and then we can build these guys right up against the city here. Right up against the city. Always do another one here also to see how that flows. And then we'll just let it come in there. This will push out here. These guys should start producing enough. Here's the extra steel I was going to bring in. I think we talked about that the last time to offset the... But it looks as though steel's not the problem. It's concrete, sulfur. But I feel like I was fixing that the last time. It just hasn't sped up enough. We just need more. We need more. So let's just bring this. Let's come in here. Let these people find new homes. Yeah, I'm not positive my design is sound, but it feels pretty good. So let's just do this again. Let's do 10 more here. And then, sorry folks, park's closed. And then we've got these guys just dropping here, and we'll run more trains, right? We'll just run more trains. It's looking an awful lot alike. They are. What do I got? Steel bars, concrete. All right, so concrete, concrete, concrete. How did I manage that? I copied the same one. And then these fellows here are doing that. The problem is that these current machines aren't making enough to meet the demand. But if we add more, it should start piling up. So let's do and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. The trains are moving like it's just, well, at least they're not going out empty, right? It's keeping up. Barely. Just barely. Let's bring some more of this. Let's start bringing this in from down here. We need it to be the quickest possible route. So let's do some... What? Yeah, I don't know. The quickest possible route would be go through the mountain. Or right through the middle of the city. Can we go through? Does it matter? Through this hole we just built. Welcome back, Malls. I don't know how much time that actually is going to save us. I wish that this auto like destroyed shit. Wow, look at how fast it grew. Hey, get out of here, buddy. Okay. Oh, la, 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 la. The spaghetti. There's no infrastructure down here. Oh man, this is old. Look, these are like original pads. Crazy. So let's... Yay. I don't know what to do here. This all needs to move, but there's too much concrete sitting on it just to give it up, I don't think. We're not going to build the concrete down here anyway. All right. You know, there's so much to be done about like how it loads the train. And I'm not convinced that like that's perfect either. I mean, I can blame my shortcomings on the fact that the game still has a lot of work to be done. But moreover, it's just the way in which I see the world, right? Sure is. Drax. Yeah, that's me. So we're gonna take a train and we're gonna loop it up this crazy ass. Thank God it's taking this route. That means it's still the fastest. And we're gonna have them drop off in a couple of different places. Right? Cool. And then let's do another one. And we'll do it here. And we'll have it drop there. And I mean, these machines are producing, it's just, I mean, they're just bypassing it. They're going right into here. All right. And then let's just add some trains. Is it possible to reduce oxygen production with trees? They're saying, the developer has said in the notes that at some point, yes, trees will start producing oxygen, but in this current version of the game, no. Yeah, but I think the end goal, of course, is that I gotta believe the end goal is you'll leave the planet and it'll like colonists will arrive. Let's mine some sulfur. I'm a mod for another channel, and when I mod, what I've decided is that I can't watch. I can't play something that's like too crazy. Like I can't play Apex or Battlefield. I can't play a first-person shooter, because I end up not paying attention to chat whatsoever. And this isn't a small channel like mine. There's lots of people chatting. There's lots of people coming in. And so you've got to pay attention. You got to have an eye on the chat and what's going on. And even when I have an eye on the chat, if I half the goddamn times, it's like the one time I've looked away is when some jackass comes in and saying something stupid or doing something stupid. And so I try to play a lot of these kind of chill games, like games where I can, you know, hit pause and just kind of read and follow along with what's going on and watch the streamer. And so I downloaded, I think I talked about it over the weekend, but there was Tavern Master. I watched a streamer play it last week and it looked kind of fun. I like those kind of tavern-y games where you make beer and you serve beer, and so I was kind of excited by it, and I'd put it on my wish list, and the day after I put it on my wish list, it went on sale for $7.50 US. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I've got some money in the Steam account, and so I did, and I played it over the weekend, and it's a solid little game, and it's totally, I mean, it's kind of mindless. You don't really need to like. You don't have to do the kind of math you have to do in this game. You know, you put down some tables and you hire some staff and you buy some beer and you get it going. And there's a research tree and an unlock, and It's fun. It's really fun, but I've kind of plateaued over the last couple of days. It's just sort of, you're to the point where you're like, okay, I win, and probably need to play it on a harder level. But I played a lot of it, and it is a totally like soothing, non-stress game. Like way even more than this in terms of like you can just watch the people come and go, and you can throw parties. And I think what it needs is like, I think what would be fun is a brewing aspect of it, and there's not that. I think that's missing. It's not a deep game. It's just a very surface level game. It has good reviews. It's a solid engine, no bugs, no problems. I just realized I'm delivering concrete, but not delivering steel. Let's deal with that in a second here. How are these guys doing? Okay, so that's definitely solved the oxygen problem. Now we're generating steel here, and it looks like we're generating too much of it. So I guess we could run it. Didn't look as fun as the other tavern game you played around Xmas time. Yeah, there's Tavern Master, and what is the other one called? Tavern game. What happens if you search? Oh, so Tavern Master, and then I was playing, that's when I played over the weekend, and then Traveler's Rest. Traveler's Rest is the game that is the one I played at Christmas time, and I think it's the better of the tavern ones. I'm amazed by streamers that play Project Zomboid and are able to answer almost every question in the chat with 500 viewers. Yeah, it's funny because one of the guys that we follow, he started playing Project Zomboid today, first time, and you know he's got a pretty good following and a lot of people chatting. And I was saying the same thing, like, what the hell? Like, you can't look away from Project Zomboid for a second, because as soon as you look away, they've eaten you, right? He did good. He did really good, actually. I've played that game, and I just, it's one of those games where, like, I don't know how, I mean, a better, you know, a more experienced, these experienced streamers are very good at playing the games and chatting. And I think that I would just, I have a problem with that game as it is, but I think that I would be like ignoring everything, just trying not to get bitten. Because I spent, 12 hours watching TV and I don't want to lose it. All right, so I think that I fucked this up a little bit. Where is, because I could have just had this, just pushed down the line, but I put these backwards, which I don't think is a big deal. If we just change them, will this guy, no, it's 3 away. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a train take these down the line. That doesn't seem like a smart idea. This 2-hop is a real, like, where the hell is the MK3s? That solves so much of your problems in this early game. Right, do you pull this out of here and make them route a different way? That's gonna fuck everything up, but it'll help on the not having to run another train. Because they won't reroute, right? They'll still go over it. You'll have to pull all the fucking trains and put them back. I don't know that solves it. I think it might actually just be easier to run a train from here. Yeah, and drop the steel. And they're producing enough steel already, and it looks like they're not producing enough. So is this steel? Yep. So do you do this? And then throw a couple trains in here to drop some steel off. Oh, and then fix the problem I just created, which is This needs to be this. This needs to be this. How many days did you live on your first spawn, Malls? Sheesh. I could swear, and you say there's no dogs in there, but I could swear I was maybe it was a different game. What game has zombies and dogs? Like 7 Days to Die, maybe? One of those zombie games, I remember I like spawned. I walked outside, a dog ate me, there were zombies, and I was like, okay, fuck this. Yeah, 7 days. I guess I own that game. I have no recollection of playing it though. I've watched a lot of people play it though. That's the one where you like build the forts with the like sticks in the ground, and the zombies come in hordes at night and you just wait, or during the day, and you played that. Rogue used to play that game. That's where I used to watch it, I think. Yep. Been a long time since you played that game. All right, so we've delivered some steel, and technically, if we were actually to get enough concrete going here, which we've just got problems. I'm just not delivering enough sulfur, right? I need to do another like one of these where I go like this and then deliver it here also. They're loading 2 trains at once. Come on, guys, you can do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna stress about it. We're gonna get it up there. We've lost some people. It's fine, they'll move back. Oh yeah, you played with her, huh? I wonder how she is. She popped in not too long ago. Like, we really just need to get these machines running. Alright, there's some steel dropping. Bakma. What's going on? Good morning. Yep, we're staring at drones again. Plan B terraforming. Drone management. Yeah, look at these. Okay, so that extra couple of trains made it so most of them are firing. Hey, okay. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So that's just good. It's very good. Now, what's going on over here? I feel like we're going to run all the steel out. We did. But that's okay. So, where are we? Where are we? Let's see here. We're having problems. So now we've got oxygen definitely sorted. Reinforced concrete, I feel better about that. Food, yeah, fixed. Look at all that shit. At least for now. It doesn't look like, it looks like there's a 300 number here, but that's probably not right. It's probably been, looks like I doubled it and then didn't redo the math. So we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Let's look at what's going on here. So it appears we have enough aluminium. This doesn't look like the most ideal setup, by the way. Oh, I did this because I didn't want to run a train, but we can almost... Like if we did... If we did this... And then hopefully we can put another one here when this kind of grows out this way. We're in the do the math stage now. Oh yeah. If you want to get it to where you want to go, you've got there's no more like daisies and buttercups and everything will be fine. You have to do the math. Plan B terraforming, and then like an asterisk, and then like really small print towards the end of the game's notes. It's like, oh, by the way, you're going to know how to count. So this one says it's producing 540. That's just an outright lie. Where is the polymer coming from? Because, oh, spreadsheet. Yeah. So here's Drax. Here's the one. Here's the problem. I mean, what is this? Like, look at this in comparison to the water I just built. I'd say that we're not producing enough polymer. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. You tell me by just looking at it if you think. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, we're producing 120 bars. It's almost as like I just looked right here and I was like, oh, this is going great. I didn't look over here and go, oh, what the fuck is this? How did I get 540 out of this, by the way? Whose math is this? Don't let your kids do math with Drax. 2, 3, 4, 5. What? How many did they do? I think it's a misprint, right? This is 180 right here. This needs to be like re-fucking thought altogether. There's no like the current need of high tech. It's 381. We know it's going to be 500. This needs to be like, this actually needs to be 540. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I kind of feel like we should pull these guys over. We're gonna run up against this assholes, which actually are producing a ton of the carbon we need. Why don't we do this? We'll take this as our carbon source. So we'll get rid of all these assholes. And then we'll put polymer up here maybe. So I want to produce 600 pieces. Can move polymer factories next to high tech and don't use a train. Yeah. That's exactly what I want to do. That's a damn fine idea. This trucking this is kind of like we need to build like polymer here and high tech right next to it, so that the polymer gets fed into the carbon. Then the polymer bars get fed into the high tech, and the high tech goes right into the city. Yep, you're right. Perpendicularly. Yeah. All right, so I want to produce like starter 600. It was an aspirational label, not this is what we've got label. Yeah, right. 500 your goal, and there's no room to build it. Look at the fucking misprint. Was I drunk when I did this? Don't answer that question. All right, so I need 20 of these assholes. All right, so let's think about if we did it. Something like that. It's like it never happened. All right, so we'll actually make real notes this time. Don't hold this to me. 22 times. So this is producing supposedly. $660. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. What they need is a little calculator on the screen so you can see me doing all this hot math. So we're short here. We're short here. We only got 36 of these bastards. We're only producing 432. So this is 12. These only produce 12 at a time. So we need 55 of them? Jesus fucking Christ. What's going on here? What kind of drunkenness is this? Oh, this is not a very... Who set this up? What am I doing? Oh, I guess I was just thinking this would go faster down to the loader here. All right, so we need 55 of these, and this... Windows Calc can be pinned on top of almost every app. Well, maybe. Maybe you're gonna do it. All right, this seems drunk. Oh, like this is 300 plus. That's like, that is some goofy math there. Where 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, Molly. Thanks a lot. I need to build the sound buttons in so I can fire that up. Can you do a, can I get a exclamation Molly, please? No?
Don't get cocky malls.
Yeah. All right, let's, I was taking this off the drunkenness that was my original build. The mall sound needs to go up a bit. No, that's in, I don't think I can control that from here. Do 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 do. Hard to think about this sideways, right? And then one here, and then this can go 2, 2, 2, Yep. Mm-hmm. Good. 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 See, now we're totally not making any sense. Ah, we took out the 360. Okay, that looks like it makes perfect sense, right? What did these things put out? 12? All right. Oh, I bet I copied it. What I just did there, it copies the number. I bet I copied that from somewhere else. That's where I came up with the 500. Cool. Now we need to take these plus aluminum bars. So that's gonna make this even more like complicated for Jim's small fucking brain. Now we're taking aluminum. I mean polymer. Now we're taking polymer. Oh my god. Okay. Let's start with a tier 1 one. Now we're going to take polymer and we're going to build out high-tech parts which need aluminum. So that means that we need an aluminum. Let's see if Jim can do this right on the first try here. Aluminum, aluminum. Polymer, polymer, polymer. What's it down? What's it need? What's the need down to? This one stopped touching the city. 381. I don't know that I want to deliver them here anymore, but I guess it's the smart. It'll be the quickest route in. This all just needs to come out. And this needs to be removed. Oh, and we're bringing some aluminum bars from up here to offset the need. So we should pull that train out for now. Cool. Then we should be able to go here, 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 and here. And then one here also. And then these go 2. Oh shit, we gotta get the polymer bars off of there too, which means we need another one. This is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Maybe we should have just the... So then is this one the actual... high-tech, high-tech. And then here, high-tech. I feel like my mind is melting. This one's not gonna be able to work. this one is. If this actually works, I will be incredibly surprised at myself. And then these guys are my, so let's say we want to do 600. We need 20 of these bastards. And how many do we have? They're red. Yeah, mind blowing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18. And then I guess we'll do 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah. Now we do this to deliver the. Oh man, this is just dirty. It's dirty, folks. Why does it feel like this one should be here? Now we need a train to bring. Well, we've got a bunch on the pad here, but it's actually coming from over here. So let's just do. Yeah, this is not right. Oh, there's some kind of hill or something there. Look at this shit. Come on, game. Cut me a break. Where am I gonna take? Well, I guess let's worry about seeing if this actually lines up correctly first. Let's just let's pull that out. I want to grab this stuff really quick. I don't want to lose it, so we'll go here to here for now, and we'll just grab these aluminum bars. And then I guess what we'll do is we'll. Yay. We'll build a little turnaround right here, and this will be the place where we take the high-tech parts. Yes, I'm aware how dirty that looks, but let's just see. I mean, I can fill this in with machines. Faster. Yeah. What is that? What is the emoji, Molly? Is it like a dude smoking a doobie? I love it. It's badass. All right, so you can see the little guys are doing their business now. Just looking at some emails and some text messages here. Let me just bring the calculator back up. There's no reason to put that away. Okay, so it appears as though it's working. Look at that. We're producing high-tech parts finally. In our slumber, though, well, it's still the city's now having problems again with reinforced concrete and food. What the maybe it's just because we're not producing the other things. Nope, that's problematic again. Oh my god. Maybe I'm just not good at this game. Maybe that's what it comes down to. All right, so now we need to train from here. We need to decide where the hell we're gonna put these things, because this area is Drax. Yeah. Let's just get rid of this, and I guess we try to just say, how about? No, we need one of these guys. No, that's waste. That's waste too. We need one of these guys. Do we? It's such a weird place to put it. I want to put it right here, but there's no city connection, right? It's sort of the other bogus thing about this. Instead of a face cam, can you have an overhead cam of the desk calculator, like the printing kind? Just embrace it. That would be great. Like one of those big, old, like 70s or 80s ones with the printing spool on the end, and it's like. And then you just leave it. They still make them now. I want one now. I mean, you could probably buy one on eBay. You could probably buy an old one on eBay for like nothing. And then you just have, I mean, yeah. And the overhead shot is just all this paper piling up as the reel continues to print out the ones. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and it's 17 in, 27 out, and then. Oh hi, are you delivering a cold water bottle? Oh, you want me to take the water? She came in with a water bottle, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. She brought me a water bottle. I'm not really cold, surprisingly enough.
Why
don't you make it for yourself? Yeah, my blood pressure's up because I'm doing math in here. Thanks, Smalls. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's fine here. I want it to be like a certain way, and I can't. And story of my life. Whoops, a little too far out. Okay, we're making them. We're making them. Here and then here. High-tech parts. Go. All right, and this train just took all this away, so this is all dead now. Now we need to bring aluminum from the right place, and all the steel trains have stopped. Oh, that's why all the steel trains were stopped, because we stopped taking the aluminum away. That's fine. That's fine. What is this? Where were we grabbing the aluminum? Oh, we weren't grabbing it. It was just going over. All right, let's do. Looks like we can take it from this side. I almost don't want to take it from this side. I almost want to run another loop, so it can have two sides. It's not going to load them. Well, it doesn't have to go a long way. I'm really just talking to myself here. Let's put it here, and let's drop it here and see what happens. Yeah, this is like, this one thing has stopped the flow of the entire city, because I stopped taking the aluminum away, and therefore the steel stopped producing, which means that, and the steel is almost solely reliant upon this to produce enough. This is a weak point right here. I don't think I've done the math right here, and I'm just gonna close my eyes and pretend like I have. It's not going to be able to put them. It's not going to be able to put it on the cars fast enough. We should do something like. Oh, it says 360. which we know is not enough because I've doubled it. But that's just simply as much as, so this is putting out 559. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, these trains can only stack 2 on top. Let's get a high-powered one that can stack like 16 on top of each one. All right, I feel like this will solve most of our problems. The food thing seems to be is it a trucking problem at this point? We're definitely producing enough. It's taking it off the train fast enough. Let's see if we add, oh, I guess we can, there's math in the train too, right? We're transporting 634. And it needs 373, so what the fuck? It could be a sort road. Like a little short road to help. Oh yeah, look at, doesn't it look like it's like working in slow motion? Are these machines getting aluminum? And the answer is no. I think that's just a link to YouTube. I think it's just a small, I think because my YouTube channel until it got verified last week didn't have a real, like, had like a crazy YouTube extension. Now it actually has, like, it's YouTube. I need to just change. I need to update that in StreamerBot. So everybody, we started with 75,000. We're down. We've lost 10,000 people with me trying to streamline this process. I think the world governor is going to show up and be like, Drax, I've called you into my office today. Well, you know, we hired you to come down to the planet and to, you know, I think to really just turn it around. It was a desolate planet. It needed to be terraformed. You know, if we look at your resume, you've got a little bit of experience. We got you for cheap. You seemed eager, but we've had some complaints from the local city mayors saying you can't seem to juggle all of these things all at once. You know, maybe you're not the right guy. So, you know what? Maybe let's part ways. And then I agree that I beg for my job. Give me one more chance. I can turn it around. Before this day is done, I will have brought those people back. Yeah, and we're not. Fuck, there's no way we're restarting this goddamn game again. We're not restarting Plan B again. And honestly, this is probably our last week of Plan B because there's a couple of games coming that I want to play, and I also had a hell of a good time playing Planet Crafter over the weekend, which is another version of this game. Just you're standing up, and there is a big update to that. But we're not going to play this game. We'll play this game a couple more days probably, just because I want to try to get past this unlock. As I'm just doing nothing. I'm just talking. I'm not even playing the game right now. And then we'll put it away for a while, and there'll be a major update, and we'll come back to it at some point. Drax. Okay, so all the aluminum is off here now. Perfect. Now we're making aluminum somewhere else. Oh my god. Yeah, really close. Jesus. So let's use this as the supplement. Drone cam. I wish you could deliver to the same damn station. All right, aluminum bars, and let's just double down on these assholes. Yeah, so we've got 3 trains running and they're delivering everything they can. Now the good news is that means the steel production's back online, which means that... Oh, hello. Hello? Oh, wow. Is there beer, Molly?
Oh, Mark Ralph going on.
So no, I'm fine. So in my failure as a planet administrator, I get rewarded with a Easter beer. Well, I am a white man. You're right. You're right. I like the idea of the overhead cam showing me doing math. Like I'm now tempted just to. I mean, I can easily rig that up. I'm tempted to do that. That'd be fucking hilarious. Thanks, Malls. Where was I before I went on my rant? We just need more of these guys. What is Easter beer? In America, Buckma, there's beers for every occasion, right? Like there's huge Christmas beers, lots of Halloween and beers. There's not a lot of springtime beers in America, but there are spring-related kind of beers. There's beer for every season. In Denmark, it's a big beer country, but it's not. There's not this fractionalized microbrews that there are. There are them here, but I mean there are them here. That's not the right English. There are microbrews here, but there's not as many, and it's not a big. It's there's only 6 million people, so the beer is. There's 2 big seasonal beers, Christmas beers, and then there's all the major breweries in Denmark make a Christmas beer, and Easter is a big holiday in Denmark, which is hilarious because they're not very religious people. It's actually rude to talk about religion in Denmark to somebody else. So there are. I'm not saying there's not religious people. They just are not overly religious. And Easter is a huge holiday here. Like, I'm not kidding you. The week before Easter, shit will close on a Wednesday and it will not open until the following Tuesday, and no one will work and there will be no stores, and all you do is eat and drink. It's fantastic. So there's in Easter they make Easter beers, and it's basically a variation on the Christmas beer. It's a little bit lighter, and yeah, many Halloween and Xmas beers in America, but there's no Easter beer. So it's an Easter brew, and everybody makes them, and they come in yellow cans. I'll post. I think we still have an Easter one from Odense on the counter out there. I'll take a picture and I'll post them on the Discord, or Molly's Discord, and show you the different ones. But this one is made in Bornholm on a little island, and it's my favorite brewery. And they were 5 for 80 kroner, which is a good price. And it is a very refreshing beer. It's golden, it's light, and actually my mouth is watering. Thank you, Molly. I was gonna wait to have a beer until I watched the game tonight, but you got me on a road now. Skål. Oh man. Where the fuck were we? I mean, this thing is just pegged at 65. Drax. Mr. Lobster. Hello, sir. Welcome. He has a YouTube? Yeah, I read Molly's book that she produced last year on how to be a streamer. And one of the things Molly always talks about is that, like, does this seem like it's really bogged down right here, the game? Oh, hello. Thank you for stopping in. One of the things Molly talked about a lot was that when she started streaming, she should have started YouTube at the same time, and her journey would have been a lot better. And I talked about this last week when I put my first YouTube video up, is that, like, I have a background in video editing, and I already know how to edit video, and I'm not, in all my projects, I've never been the #1 editor. I've always been sort of the backup editor and the guy who did. I did a lot of the B-roll stuff, and I built a lot of stingers and stuff like that. And so like I learned how to edit video, and I never really edited my own. Like the bulk of the project got edited by somebody else, but it taught me a lot on how to do it. And so I enjoy editing, and I enjoy doing video, and so I mean, I don't know, and I think about how many fucking times I've said to myself or to Molly or to friends, like, I'm playing a game, I don't know what I'm doing. I go out to try to find like a quick, easy video on like how to do it, and there's nothing. And I'm always saying to myself, oh yeah, you should make a quick video on that and like put it on the YouTube. But I never really had the apparatus in place, and I was always working a job, and I'm lazy, so I didn't do it. So now like that's sort of what I'm doing. The newest video I put today was, I had this idea. I was playing Stardeus over the last week, and I went to try to do something, and I couldn't. There's not a really quick video on that, and in the Czechs on Thursday before Easter, they make green beer. Dude, Czechs make great beer. I bet it's insanely good. Easter beer is posted in Discord. Thanks, Malls. Yeah, so I was playing Stardeus, and I was trying to do something, and I went to look. Now, I found a walkthrough on how to do it. You can become the YouTuber that answers questions without 15 minutes of filler. That's what I'm trying to do, right? Like, yeah, I named it like the no skip, videos, right? So that you don't have to skip around. Like, you can just find what it is. Now, I can get, as I'm talking now, I can get winded. Right, I can definitely talk too much, but yeah, I'm trying. That's what my goal is try to say, here's how to fix something, or here's some quick tips, or I might do longer format ones, but what I'm really hoping to do is just kind of do those ones that are interesting to me, that is maybe a problem that I'm seeing or that I found when playing a game. So we're trucking 407 now of these guys, and we're not meeting the demand, but that could be more like a fucking drone problem than anything, right? Well, we just started this. Now we're doing 610. So now oxygen and food. Oxygen's gonna be fine for a while, because it's at like 660. We're looking down here in the corner. High-tech parts. I am confident that I have fixed my high-tech parts problem for now, because as we know, like, you feel so good about, I did it. I built this huge complex. But like, this is going to need to quadruple soon. We're going to need more of that. This doesn't seem to be reaching. It seems like they're like, slow down. That's my noise for slow down. That's my lethargic noise. And maybe it's because we need another one of these. It's just not enough, like it's eating it too fast. I like that one. I like that typing one. You were saying something a couple nights ago, and everyone was putting in the typing emojis, and people were talking about typing, and I thought, yeah, that backseating one is great. Right? There's not a lot. It's surprising, like, backseating such a big thing, and there's not a lot of backseating emojis. I guess because it's kind of hard to have it make sense. Right? Like, what I look at that and I know that that's backseating because I picked it out of the bunch, but it's maybe not necessarily clear that that's what's happening there with those two fellas. All right, high-tech parts good. Now I think we just got a steel problem, and the steel problem is because this is not going into here fast enough. Which means just like we're supplementing the aluminum on this side, we need to be supplementing steel here, which I feel like, oh boy, Party's over up here, huh? We can probably take just all but one train out of that. I built this guy here, which looks like he was running because we were pulling steel, we were pulling iron out of here at one point. So let's clean this up, and then we'll run a supplementary steel train to that area. This is Epidemic Sound, and all I did was go into the jazz category. I downloaded 113. I did this for a certain reason. The Epidemic Sound, this is really, you know this, you've got a Wave microphone, but I wanted it to run through the Wave software, and so it's kind of hard to make a browser source run through. And actually OBS 29 has a really cool thing now where you can make a browser source sort of as a source, which it actually was working, but I wanted it to be more solid. So I downloaded 113 jazz songs. I built sort of a playlist of my own and then put it into just Windows Media Player and then just linked that through OBS, and then I just put it on shuffle. And it's a couple hours, it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes of music, which I think is good. And I think that I'm enjoying it too. And it hasn't gone stale yet, but like, you know, after a couple of months of this, like I need to switch. I need to build an ambient one and like maybe like a low tech, lo-fi kind of groove one too. So I need to build more, and I've read a lot about all the different services, and Epidemic is up there. There's another one that I kind of like too. I wish they had their own native music players just for the ability to like plug in. Nice that you can have your Windows Media Player go through your Wave software with the music output. That's what I do with Pretzel. Yeah, so Pretzel, I looked at Pretzel because they have their own media player, which makes them like very attractive to streamers in my mind, because I mean, if you're a streamer who isn't using Spotify, I mean, a lot of these streamers use Spotify, then they just take the track out and upload their video without music, which I guess is fine, especially if you're just making YouTube videos or whatever. But yeah, I like, we'll have to, let's chat about Pretzel and let me know your thoughts about like the music selection and stuff, because they're on my list just because I know Molly used them in the beginning and she said they were pretty good. And just the downfall for me, there's a couple problems with Epidemic in my mind so far, and granted I haven't used it a lot, is that one, it doesn't have its own ability to have its own player. Its output on the browser is not great. This is all very technical bullshit. And I'm not convinced they're updating new music at the same speed as some of the other services. I don't like this design. I think that the road needs to be a little longer before it turns around. And I know what you're saying right now. Didn't you design that? I mean, all right. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Cool. I guess like we don't need to do the math down here. That'll sort itself out later. Let's take a train. Oh, Soma, what's up? Hey, I use Pretzel a lot of the time of my stream. It has good selection and rotates free available stations. It's clearly a misprint. I like the selection. I pay for them because chatbot icky. Occasionally the song gets silenced on the VOD, but you can just appeal it, report to Pretzel. A bit annoying, so I don't always do that part, laugh out loud, but let's chat off stream. All right, cool. Yeah. Well, both you and Soma are both using it, and Molly uses it too. Well, I can't remember why Molly moved to Epidemic, probably because, you know, she's a big fancy streamer and they offered her some kind of deal or something. I mean, I don't know. Dude. Oh, okay. Well, you can't run the train line. This is like the Wild West. We're gonna run the train to Yuma. We haven't finished the train yet. Where the fuck is this even going? Oh, it's going here. Oh, but now there seems to be enough. What the hell? Oh my god. Look what I've done. These. Alright, Lobster, thanks for coming by.
Drax?
No, I moved because I like the coverage for all platforms. IIRC. Whenever I see IIRC, I always think of, yeah, Pretzel is YouTube compatible. And so is Artlist, which is the other big one. Soma says, I still route all my music off the VOD track just in case, but I enjoy their station selection. IIRC reminds me of like some kind of chat something from the 90s or maybe the 80s. I don't know. Okay, well here's the fucking problem with the. Here's why the reinforced concrete stopped. IRC, laugh out loud. Yeah, I don't know. When I ran the cool train line through, I cut the goddamn city off from the converters. It looks like. Hilarious. If I remember correctly. Yeah, can MIRC with the yellow flower that pops up and says, oh. Laugh out loud. Oh, now you're just, oh, Molly. Can someone do exclamation Molly, please? I need to add a button for that. Molly, you can do an exclamation point, Molly. Come on.
Don't get cocky malls.
Yeah, don't get cocky malls. It's too quiet. You're right. I need to turn that up. You know what? The break, I'm going to go in there and turn that up. All right, so when I ran the line through and then the city got smaller, the city died right here, and these things need to be connected to a live city, which is the design flaw. So these two should make it so that... Oh, it's green. We're growing. Maybe I get to keep my job. Maybe I get to keep my job. I don't even think I finished the steel line that I was working on. We need to, though. Like, these machines need steel, so it needs to run there. So let's just find out what's going on here, and let's north, Miss Tessmacher. North. It's gonna drop the steel here, so let's come in right here. Yes, my ancient memory is not what it used to be. Oh, feel that. All right, now we can take a train from here. Oh God, that was really far. That was a big zoom out. And let's drop some right here. These are steel bars. And I think we're gonna need one there too. Hey! Valdrax, what's up? A lot of tech platforms rise and fall in 500 years. Valdrax, how are you today? You've come into Plan B terraforming / math simulator. I don't know if you've seen this game or played it, but it's just like it's like sort of like Satisfactory, but over the top. It has a lot of Dyson Sphere kind of action in it. But this is my third playthrough. We've played the last couple of weeks. We've restarted a couple of times. because they updated the game. I think it's a single developer. It's just pretty cool. So yeah, math, lots and lots of math. So as normal, like I didn't do any math in the start, and it's now kind of, it's beating me. And so we've spent the first hour and 33 minutes of the stream just sort of sorting out the disaster from the last stream, and now we're finally making progress. So let's do this, and let's put the other train that'll feed the other side to supplement. Although, like, you're looking here and you're thinking, supplement what? I guess let's just throw this train in here for now in hopes that I mean, it's not hope. Like, once this starts growing, these will activate and this shit will come off. And looks like we're doing okay here. And if we look at the overall now, the demand's at 411. We know we're producing 600 of all of this stuff. We've got a couple of small problematic areas, but those are on feeder lines, so like we don't really need to do the math on that, right? We're still like off somewhere. What, who? We're taking away enough stuff. Where the hell's the other one? Oh yeah, we're taking away enough of this, so it's like definitely not. The waste is sorted. Status stable. Plenty here, plenty here. Oxygen, you better not be letting me down. Oh no. No, look, it's fine. Questionable. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty. Like, there's sun's just sitting here, and as soon as this guy moves back from his trip to Tucson, then we'll be in good shape. Yeah, the factories have pads that have drones on them, and the drones pick stuff up and move them. And so when you get like crazy, there's a crazy stuff like this one where you literally just have, it's like a symphony of drones flying shit around. It's a logistics game. I swear the newest patch slowed something down. The trains seem like they're freaking out. Like, how come it's not growing? Is there a bug? City waste disposal limit at 97. So there's some kind of waste problem? Are we just not? Yikes. That's the problem? There's... Maybe we need it. Let's do another one of these. Yeah. I guess maybe one more just for good measure. See if that does it. Yeah, that's what the problem was. All right, so I guess that's a... I often wondered about these... like, when do you need to add more of these units? What the hell are these recyclers? Oh, waste disposal. So you need to add more of them when it's just not keeping up. Right? It's producing more than the drones can take off. Annual waste production is at 626. If we look at our marker here on the... showing us how much we're recycling, it's 360. So technically... And I wonder if this 630 number is both metal waste and organic waste, if it's split down the middle. I guess that's a question for the wiki at some point. All right. I mean, this looks good. We're definitely supplying enough here. We definitely have enough of those. So if we look in the top right, I mean, New Los Angeles is growing now. We're we're above where we were when we started the game. So an hour and 38 minutes in, and I have turned the nosedive, which is the city, around. I want to thank you all for coming. I have succeeded at my goal. Oh, this beer is damn good. What are you doing feeding me a beer at this time of day, huh? Drax for Mars president. You made 20,000 people move out of the city in a quarter, but since then you've really turned it around. If this was if you could put a little politics into this game, right? You could like bribe the city managers to like feed less of the people so that you wouldn't have to produce as much, but you could still take credit for it. I don't want to get cocky, but like we're at 82,000. I'm watching this number up here. This is the level 15 we've never been able to. In my 3 playthroughs, I've never even gotten this. This is the farthest I've ever gotten. And you know why we got so far, dear viewers? I'll give you a hint. It starts with math. Did the city grow high-tech parts supply line? Yeah, I mean that was it. Once we fixed the high-tech parts problem and the aluminum started chugging off again, then the steel started producing back. Then we built the other steel line and supplied it. Like it's actually probably oversupplied at this point. And then it's picking some steel from the temporary line. Yeah, Baldrax, both the Drax and then there's 3 of them. There's Drax, and then there's a Molly, and there's a Buckmaw, and they're all Molly's voice. That cracks me up, but I think they need to be a bit louder. Yeah, see, these people haven't moved back yet. Oh no. There is. You just have to do it, Buckmaw. Louder. Come on, folks. It's not that bad a part of it's not that bad of a city. Come on, you can move back. No, it can definitely grow around the train because it's still healthy here. It's just, where is it? If it's growing at such a pace, where is it growing? Oh, it's growing down south here. Holy shit! Look at the size of this thing. For those new viewers, this is a giant city. If you want to see how it starts, it actually starts smaller than this. It starts with one little lander, but this growth happens just by the computer, like the computer generates it. So you got 3 cities to start with. This is the other one. And you have, instead of trains, you kind of have trucks to start. You can see there. The cities, these other 2 cities I'm not paying any attention to. I've kind of given them the base materials, and so they're growing to a point, and then they're losing all of those people, so it's ebb and flowing. For some reason, the reinforced concrete has run out here. I don't understand. Oh, it's because this isn't connected to the city anymore. And this is how it was delivering. This is how it's delivering. I actually don't understand what's happening here. Oh, this is the waste disposal. I'm like, oh, this is the waste disposal. Still don't understand what's gone wrong here. Oh, it's full. And so are these. So if we do this is my little hack to, I've talked about this a million times, like there's no, like it wants you to have the perfect output, right? So like these need to be used somewhere, and I'm not using, at some point I will use them, but I'm not using them now. So like I need to sync them, like Satisfactory kind of like sync them somewhere. I need to sync them off, like until the point when I need to use them. I think this game would be like 1,000 times better if in this instance especially early on, and maybe it's not that important. Maybe as you get like you see the other two factories, I can't keep them on the shelf. So, is have a diverter that just says, hey, once you reach this limit, it sinks the rest of them off to like being obliterated. I mean, this isn't going to generate anymore because it's not attached to the city anymore. Which is what... Hey! We did it! We did it! I don't think I felt this much accomplishment from a game in a very, very long time. Holy shit. All right, so we've unlocked level 15, which was a total pain in the ass. We get plastic waste, a whole nother level of disaster. Composite, which I think is what replaces, and more waste, hooray! Yeah, tries more waste. Composite is what I think replaces reinforced steel in the city. And I think the most exciting thing, which I had no spoilers on, I had no idea, is Depot MK3s. 3 hex range. What was I just saying? The biggest fucking problem with these 3 things is that there's 3 different, and now it's gonna, now there'll be a whole new fucking problem where I have to deliver 4 things, 2 in, 2 out, and the 3 won't be enough. I think this, I'm very excited right now. I can't tell you. So our next unlock is level 16 and cover 5% of the surface with forest. Shit. We've been making trees this whole time. Oh no. What happened? I thought we were making trees. Was that the last save? We've been not making trees this whole time. Man. Yeah, wait, Molly, weren't we making trees? I bet it was in the last save. I bet for sure it was in the last save. Son of a bitch. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take an AFK. I'm gonna fix the sound alerts. I'm gonna use the toilet, and then I'm gonna come back and we are going to make the most beautiful trees. Tiny, fluffy trees. Pine trees with glistening water that you've ever seen. Right here on this stream. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I went in there and boosted the levels, but not a lot, so we'll have to see. I was just remarking to Molly that I'm really excited about these Depot MK3s. I'm sure they're gonna be totally easy to make. Composite. What do we need to make composite? Tempered steel polymer bars. What the fuck is tempered steel? All right. Cover 5% of the surface in forest. So carbon and water is how we make these. I cannot believe. I cannot believe we're not making trees somewhere. Remember, when you're building, to put down, it is steel that you don't want to get angry. It's tempered steel. You know, I like inviting tempered steel to all my parties because they're just a mellow dude just to have around. So remember, I cannot stress this enough. Put landmark towers down to tell what the hell things are. So when you're zooming around the map, you can see what's what and where it's being produced. I was watching a streamer this morning and they did not have it, and she was doing what I was doing before, which is like, is it here? Is it here? Is it over there? Is it over there? Like, it's 2 seconds. Save yourself some time, and you can zoom out and see polybars, right? And we can come over here and say aluminum. We're making MK2s here, which we're not going to need anymore. And then this is sort of our start area. We've got mechanical parts, ice extractors, some greenhouses, rails, and you can see that this stuff is stopped, so we can actually come in here and add some new ones since we're here. So we're going to need carbon and water to make trees. Still don't understand how we cocked that up, but we did. I'm gonna stream for about another hour. It's Champions League football this evening. Chelsea and Dortmund. Chelsea, Great Britain. Dortmund, Germany. If you don't know what Champions League is, we can have a conversation later. It's a big game. They're at Chelsea. They lost. Chelsea lost. I'm a Chelsea fan. Love me or hate me. When they were at Dortmund, so they need to win this one. Should be a good game. Starts at 9 p.m., which is about an hour's time here in Europe. Looking forward to it. Uh-oh. Hey, look at MK3s. Hooray! These extractors have stopped. That's not a good sign. Oh, Soma, you've been to the Dortmund Stadium? 85,000 people. It is agreed upon amongst almost everyone on the planet that it is the best place to see football. I've not been there. I've not seen it. I think if COVID wouldn't have happened, I had the chance a couple of times, but because of COVID, they weren't allowing people to come into the stadium, and then we just didn't have the chance to go. But yeah, insane. Baldrax, I would explain it to you and you would be like, yeah, that's not for me. Yeah, I'm not one of those people who is I just used all of those. We got to find. I walked around outside. I stayed in North Rhine-Westphalia and Bad Dierbruch for my internship. My host student took me on a driving tour, and it was only an hour away, if I recall. Yeah, it's Dortmund fans are like no other, and German football is amazing. So if you're ever in that part of the world and you have any interest at all, it's a pretty cool place. Pretty cool place. All right, we got to find out what the hell happened. The extractor stopped being made and we just ran out. So if my little speech about where things are made, we should have starter trucks. Aha. We went to an American diner. Not a single thing on the menu was remotely close to here. It's funny because there are American diners here in Denmark also. And we've been to one that's run by Americans in Copenhagen. And I've been away from America a while, but it's pretty close. There's some really good stuff, but like, it's super expensive. Like, stupid fucking expensive. Like, I think we spent $120 last time we were there, and like, it's not, and it's diner food. Like in America, you'd spend $20. So, but I've been in the in the western part of Denmark. I've been to a diner that was supposed to be American, and the menu was hilarious. And there's a diner that just opened up not too far from here where we live, and it was like $80, but still. There's a new American diner here, and I read the reviews, and of course, the reviews are all Danes talking about it, and they're like, "Oh yes, it's just like I remember it," and I'm like, I looked at the menu and I'm like, nah. I mean, it's like burgers and fries. I guess if that's what a diner is, but that's just like a burger joint, right? So it's not walkable for us, but it's off of a train stop. So I kind of figure like one of these days, if we're still here and it's getting warmer, we might go over there and check it out. All right, so the reason this has stopped is because all these machines have stopped pulling iron. So this is an easy fix, but we should have, this is one of these things where like we should have seen this coming. Like this was getting low. Like the rest of these, like we need to stop producing MPA2s. We got 800 of them because we're going to stop using them. All right. We need to get this to get as close as possible. We got 31 extractors to lay down to restart this process. All right. Black, welcome in. Hello. How are you? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We're doing all this. We're distractions out the ass here. Like we're not. Oh, watching The Last of Us, huh? Yeah, Molly and I watched the episode yesterday, and I read this morning it pulled the biggest rating it's ever pulled. It's the most popular show ever. It's doing amazing. I mean, I don't, we don't go out a lot. We don't have a lot of friends locally, but I imagine it's doing well here in Denmark. But I mean, it's just a really good show. Yeah, it's just really good writing. This is what Molly and I continue to go back to all the time, and I know that she talks about it on stream. She's talked about it with everybody, but there's 1,000 shows being made with all the talent that is in Los Angeles and around the world. How come we just continue to produce shitty stuff? And I know the answer to that question because I have friends who work in Los Angeles. I mean, Baldrax, you know this. It's because, people aren't necessarily there to make great stuff. They're there to make money. And making good stuff doesn't always mean that you'll make money. You can make bad stuff and make money, and it's cheaper and easier to do. Most of them are idiots too. Yeah, I mean, we have a friend who reads scripts, and he's like, the shit that comes across his desk, and he says a lot of the times too, where like he'll read it, the script will be amazing, right? So excited, and then it gets made, and it's awful. They didn't cast the right people. The director wasn't good. All right, Lack, thanks for the lurk. And so, I mean, so many things can go wrong in the creative process to get it to be what it is, and that they've. You ever watched a series called Episodes? It's basically a documentary. Oh no, I've heard about it though. And that they've made The Last of Us and it's worked out. I mean, the video games do not have a good track record being made into movies or TV shows. So like, it's pretty impressive. And I mean, I don't like, they've got plenty of content to draw from, or so it seems. All right, we're making extractor again. We need to go find these pads and have them stop, because that's just a waste at this point, right? I saw it. MK2s. So let's just pull both those machines, because there's no need to. How are we doing on trains? 115. So these have stopped. We probably should... What's going on here? Mechanical parts. Oh. Where are the mechanical parts coming from? Here. What happened? All my machines have stopped. Only Mortal Kombat, no other movies based on games. They did a Mario Brothers movie. World of Warcraft. How they fucked up the World of Warcraft movie. Man. You had an audience in America alone of 9 million people. And granted, it was done after the peak of the game, but still very popular. And the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies actually looks amazing. I saw the poster for that today, but I didn't. Is there a trailer? Yeah, there's a trailer. All right. I obviously was not paying enough attention to the internet today. I was focused. All right, so we're playing catch up here on the... These things stopped producing, and which stopped all forward momentum. Oh, because it stopped mechanical parts, which stopped something else down the line. Will this solve the problem? Yes. Wait. Looks like we're not going to make the jump here. Okay. What were we doing? Oh, we're building trains. Assembly plants. We have 457 in recycling centers. We have... Okay, I think we can stop building recycling centers. 700 of those. The trains is the problem. And the assembly plants, like... I think we're going to build 500 more assembly plants. I don't either. Okay. And you can see there's problems here, too. I think we were talking last time that, like, there needs to be some This is a little micromanaging. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I think it's kind of a interesting part of the game, but someone was saying they didn't like the fact that you had to constantly be coming back to like make sure these were running. Remember, folks, we're just trying to build trees at this point. People who watched this last couple weeks will realize that the water was a huge problem before, and now it is not. It doesn't really seem like it's destroying the entire city. It's like, it's doable. Are these... Oh no, you can put if you put the pad on top of the iron, you can just remove it and the iron's still there. Like, yeah, you can cover all of it up, and it doesn't destroy the resource. These are our greenhouse gas guys. What happened? Oh. There's only one little guy left. Is that all of them? I think so. We can turn it to this and it tells us there's more down here. Maybe we just rebuild those greenhouse gas generators. The temperature is 17 below Celsius, so it's it's balmy. All right, so we're gonna build trees. So we want to find some place where we're already building carbon and there might be water close by. Like right here. Water, carbon, perfecto. Let's throw in some pumps. It's so weird. The water is just weird. How it works. I mean, I think we actually maybe we truck this? Maybe we truck it? Trucking. And then we just take this, I don't even know what the hell's going on here, but everything seems to be stopped in this area. I don't think we actually needed to do what I just did right there. We're dropping water. And we're making trees. So we'll make pine trees. And we'll make eucalyptus trees. Truck. Truck. Water. Oh! Just put a lot of trucks in there. Now we're building trees. We can probably do something like this. Yep. And build lots of trees. Cool. 5%. Currently, yeah, I guess we never built any trees. There's no trees growing because there wasn't any water. Like, that was the last build. It was the last build we were thinking of, where I had 10,000 trees. 10,000 trees and I couldn't get past level 15. Yay. We need to start making NK3s. Tempered steel. Steel bars and nitrogen. Sorry for the gulps. Yeah, either that or my pregnancy jokes just don't work well with that, but that's every time that's what I think. Yeah, Plan B. It's an interesting name for a game, like Plan B, terraforming. So Plan A was Earth. Plan B is this really bland, which I'm guessing is a Mars. In the very beginning of the game, yeah, I was avoiding that joke too. Yeah, probably smart. Right now, Molly's like banning me from my own channel. In the very beginning of the game, there's a fly-in, and you fly into the planet, and it's just like this red planet, but there's other planets in the solar system, and so you kind of get the sense that like you will I'm just being crude, Molly. I'm not being yeah, right. Buckmoss got it. You fly in, so the sense is that like maybe you could terraform more planets. But I don't necessarily think. I remember when I saw the name of the game when I played it during like the Next Fest games for Steam. I thought that's not a, yeah, that's, was it louder? I remember when I played it during Next Fest, I thought the name wasn't great. It didn't seem memorable, but like but like these small studios, right? Like you know, big studios have a marketing department that is spending a huge amount of time to make sure that like, you know, that most games are under a code name, and then they get a full game release after they've done a bunch of like market testing on what a good name will be that'll sell. And so I think these small developers, Plan B Terraforming sounds like a great name, but like he or she didn't do any, I'm sure they didn't do any marketing on it, right? Like that if they did, like I don't know. Like, you know, Stardeus, which is the other game I'm playing, like not good. Hard to pronounce for a lot of people because they don't understand, like even for me, and it's just, I don't know. I go round and round on these things. Like, is it the name of something is what sells it, and how much of that is you want it to be a little bit unique so people remember it? And marketing is hard, just like math. Marketing is hard. Steel bars and nitrogen is where we were at to make tempered steel. Oh my God, there's 3 parts to this. Tempered steel, and then I need composite. Which is tempered steel and polymer. I think that this is, there's a lot of similarities to a bunch of different games, but you know, the 2 ones I keep talking about are Dyson Sphere, just because of the way stuff moves, but also Satisfactory, because this is also like late game Satisfactory, where like, okay, I've got what are those, like assemblers, whatever, those big huge machines that have 4 inputs, and you're like, now I need wire, steel bars, something else, and something else. And you're like, okay, I don't have any of that. So I got to figure out how to make, oh, I need screws. Yes, it's always going to need screws. And I need 10,000 screws a minute. I'm just trying to wrap my head around where to build this. Spaghetti belts, indeed. So the nitrogen is coming from the top of the map or the bottom of the map where the ice is, because that's how you get nitrogen. And I'm producing nitrogen in a couple different places. And the steel bars need to be close to, obviously, iron. And then composite is being tempered steel, so you just need, so this is going to be close. And then polymer can be pulled out of the air from a carbon plant. So we need, my thought, and we're going to need probably these things to feed cities, but to build these, my thought is to try to find some iron next to some ice and do it there. Oh, look at that. And then preferably close to the big city. That would be too much to ask, right? I mean, this looks like it. There's 2 iron deposits here. We're fairly close. So, oof. This is going to be fun. Let me just put another one of these down and talk about it. So steel bars and nitrogen to make tempered steel. To make composite, we'll need tempered steel and polymer. So this area, which is right next to a lake, that's not pleasant. So maybe we just, yay. I think we put it here. So step 1 is to start pulling the iron ore to make steel. We're up to 107 extractors now. That's good. Oh, I can't wait to see these MK3s. Let's put one of these guys down. And we'll call this temp steel MK3. Because I just realized we should plant some trees to get this process going. Because trees, once you plant them, will start spreading. So this number should go up on its own as those initial trees start growing. And there's plenty of water there, so we should be good. Oh man, I just drank a bunch of water. And then immediately started coughing. All right, so steel's being produced. We produce nitrogen from ice. I hope no one else steals your steel. Well, there's no thieves on this planet. They're just good, hard-working folks. Nitrogen. Oops. Okay, so this will start producing the nitrogen we love. And the great thing about these is that they can pull one, and if you don't pull the other, just keep producing. So it's not like the other factories where we stop pulling the steel, and so the aluminum couldn't, the steel's, you know, stacked up, and then the aluminum couldn't be made because one of the machine needs to be, both outputs need to be empty. Well, that's a really stumbly way of saying that. Like, I guess I could just read, extracting nitrogen and water from ice continues to produce it if at least one output is not full. So that's brilliant. So this is going to produce water too. So if we need water up here, we can, but we're just after the nitrogen. So we need nitrogen and we need steel. And as you can see, we're doing the math to start on this. I counted all these. I know exactly how many were being put out. And then we're going to take a couple of factories here and we'll put them here, and we're going to produce steel bars. And they'll output them here. Now we're going to combine steel, and I guess we're going to use a series of trains to do that. This is going to be messy, dude. I guess. Trying to figure out what to do here. If I put it here, then it can feed them directly in. Then we just got to deliver the nitrogen up front. I mean, technically, we can always rebuild it. We can always rebuild it. Get over yourself. Get over yourself, Drax. For those of you who are older and political in the audience, they might remember my friend Bob Dole. And he ran against, he was a senator. He ran against Bill Clinton. Man, I don't know if this story's even going to go anywhere. But he used to refer to himself in the third person. So like whenever I refer to myself in the third person, or anyone refers to themselves in the third person, I always think of him. So I guess on a somber note, it keeps him alive, right? Because anytime you say someone's name who is past, they're remembered. But Molly was doing something the other day, and she was referring to herself as Molly Berry. And I said, you know, she's becoming popular enough now where she can get away with that. It's just to see if she's still listening. Oh, she is! Hooray! All right, so we're going to pick up nitrogen here, and we'll do a fun not road roundabout. That is drunk. And we'll take it down here, and we're going to drop it. Interesting. So we're going to drop it here. And then these have to be taken away. I guess we'll just do another roundabout here. And then this is going to put out tempered, not angry steel. Right? We're going to pick it up here, and we're going to drop it off there. Nitrogen. Baldrax likes this. Baldrax approves this message. All right, and then just for shits and giggles, we'll drop 2 trains in there. So that should start producing tempered steel. And then we're going to need polymer. So then do we just do something dirty like, I imagine these are done in assemblers? Yes. Oh boy. No. So we got to build composite out of this. Whoops. So composite is tempered steel and polymer bars. Oh my god. This is mind-blowing. All right, so the tempered steel is now going in here. Now I got to build polymer bars. Man, the composite and the polymer are awfully close in color. So you want to run that one there, say composite, run another pad here. Oh man. Maybe we ship this stuff. I don't know. This is rough. So I'm just thinking here. It comes in. We do one of these crazy line things that I like building. It drops the tempered there. I'm just afraid of like, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, you fuck it up, you just rebuild it, right? But maybe we should build, should do something like this. And then pull these over. And then another line right here. Polymer bars? Yeah. I love the taste of a good polymer bar. I don't, my head is broken at this point. Composite. Yeah, this is awful. And then the polymers get dropped here. Where the hell is it? And then this produces composite. Jesus fucking Christ. And then once you have this, all this to produce MK3s, you could actually produce an MK3s to make this a much more efficient way of doing things. Composite. Oh my God, could those be any closer? You gotta curse so much, dude? What the fuck are you talking about? You know that movie's, I think it's 25 years old. There was an article in, I think it was Variety, talking about like its lasting impact and how, we're talking about The Big Lebowski. If you haven't seen it, you need to readjust how you live your life and think about, yeah, I just saw that. Oh my God, right? Yeah, I'm just getting old. When that movie came out, we saw it in the movie theater. We're big Coen Brothers fans, my friends and I at the time, and I still am. And, you know, it's not your most mainstream movie, but it's incredibly quotable. It's a fantastic show, and then we got it. The Big Lebowski? No, I'm Lebowski. No, you're Lebowski, man. I'm the dude. And then we got it on like for the home, and that damn movie was on all the time in our house. Is it just me, or like this color is way too close? But I guess you could say the same. Like this is steel, and then you can't see, but it's a little bit. Oh, you can see it's a little bit darker for composite steel. Hey. What are these? This is, so we need to deliver polymer bars here. Oh, there's like a hill or something. Look at that, it's off. And then we just need carbon, which is atmospheric extractors. So fucking complicated. Is it just me, or is this like really complicated? No, everyone else is following along like, Jim, this isn't hard. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, gonna sneeze. Hold on. In the future, well, it's well, they are pellets. They're carbon pellets, extracted from the air, where there is no air. And so we need these composite things to make the MK3s. Jesus, right? 2 composites. Oh, they're pretty. So now do we just do something lazy, like drop an assembler here and say, build them? Lazy or efficient? Okay, all this just to make, or should I zoom out a little bit? All of this, one and the same in my book. All of this just to make MK3s. Here's our first one. Should we see how they're different? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. They've got 4 drones on them. Ho, 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 ho. All right. Game changing. Yeah, I did. Trez, I went and stopped it right before we started building them because we have 832 of them. I mean, we still have 123 of MK1s, and what we know from the last time, right, is when we got rid of MK1s, those 123 are not even what we produce, is what we pulled up off the ground. So now we're gonna, we'll probably have double. We'll probably have 2,000 of them when we're all said and done, because we're gonna pull up every single one of the MK2s we put down and replace them with MK3s. How are we doing on the 5% of the surface by forest? It doesn't look like anything has happened on that front. Didn't I plant some trees? What happened? Did they die? Oh no. Where'd they go? Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so this is going to be, I guess maybe we do this to produce more of them quicker. This is going. And now we're producing tempered steel. And I'm guessing if we go to Los Angeles and look, it's replaced all of this reinforced concrete we've built is now pointless. And to grow to the next level, we need composite. But we need to grow some trees. Should we try to grow them along the equator here, where there's some water? Let's see. Not enough water in the soil. What is this? Dormant. Yeah, the graphics are a little like... It almost looks like the gem that's above your head in The Sims. Fuck, is it not hot enough? Minimum temperature -30, no. Interesting. Okay, it doesn't like the warmest place on the planet. Huh. What does this even mean? Condition dormant. Growth temperature 3. Maybe we should try to warm the planet some more, since all of our warmers have stopped. Isn't there another way to do this too? These are greenhouse gas generators. Fluorite and nitrogen. We just need another place. Let's see if we can find... Excuse me. Fluorite and nitrogen. This is fluorite. So we need to raise the temperature of the planet so that the trees will grow, I think. So let's build some more of these guys. This time, let's do it with nitrogen. Let's do it with nitrogen. MK3s. So this can go 3. Makes me like rethink everything. Fluorite. And then we want to build pretty close here, so let's go... Oops. We need to tell it what it's going to pull. Nitrogen, and then... greenhouse gas generators. Man, they can go 3. I love it. Okay, we're gonna need a lot more of these. Come on, nitrogen, catch up. Good God, it's slow. Here we go. All right, the temperature is -16 right now. Let's see if we can't bring that up. I'm telling you, like an hour ago, I was kind of down on this game because we'd been stuck at the 100,000 mark for such a long time. But now that like we've gone to like, and I imagine the next, probably 17 and 18 is probably like bring the world population to a certain number. And I think with the advent of these new pads, it's going to make a lot of that frustration. I guess it's the same frustration I had with the first pads too, right? It'll kind of go away. All right, these are slowly burning the atmosphere to the ground. That's a good thing. Let's make sure we mark these. Atmogen. I mean, the thing to remember when you're doing these things is like, it doesn't matter where they are on the planet. Try to get them as close as possible to the two things that you need. These greenhouse generators can either use nitrogen or fluoride. I would, in the initial versions of them, yeah, definitely change the pads and supply. Yeah, so when we need to, we're going to get back there. I don't think we're going to get back there tonight, but yeah, I think it's going to change everything in LA. Well, we have to go in there and get rid of all the reinforced concrete and start building compost? No, not compost. What the hell is it? What the hell is it? Composite. That's the new thing. So we got to go in there and redo the whole thing anyway, but it should make it better. Should make it better in there. But I would say on these atmospheric, these greenhouse gas generators is don't use the concrete or the sulfur. Use the nitrogen because it's renewable. Nitrogen, the renewable gas. Faster. 16.2, so it's moving. Just slowly. Slowly. Should build another set of these somewhere. Let's find... Oh man, it's a lot of the stuff in the ice here. That's good. So basically just going to, excuse me, we're just going to do the exact same thing we just did. I mean, I'm guessing that's what the problem with the trees is. It's not warm enough because there's definitely water. You know what happens when you guess. Wait, the planet's not flat? Oh, son of a Jim. Did I do it twice? Come on. Come on. It's like a weird angle because of the curvature. All right. And then some more of these guys. And then we'll do a little marker. I'm like way in my head right now. Not having to do any math, so everything's great. 15, so we've raised the temperature of the planet 1 whole degree. And then these will slow. Uh-oh, looks like we've got some Drax math here. Or it wasn't pulling from those machines in the back. I mean, the plus is that the trees should grow. The negative is there's gonna be more water. I just don't. I mean, water here. So do we plant a tree and see what happens? Growing. Okay, there we go. Dormant. Boom. So it likes evergreen trees, but eucalyptus doesn't like the cold. That's surprising. I'm surprised by that. Oh, those like lost their trees. Weird. Graphics bug? Maybe. Not enough water in the soil. What in the hell is this? Dormant. Man, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be real rough. We haven't even like covered anything. I mean, where are these eucalyptus? What is this? Common. Okay. How about? Yeah, so they're just not going to grow. Man, this is going to be rough. It's going to be rough. What was I just saying? I'm so happy to be playing this game. Okay, this is rough. It's like never sorted itself, and I never bothered with it. We're in the other city, Osaka, and the recycling center is not connected to the city. Or the waste disposal unit. So we do this. Not enough math. Wait, what? Wait, what? What is going on? Reinforced concrete. Oh, so... Oh, we must have been trucking in some steel from somewhere that stopped.
Drax?
Drax? Wait, what? How's the editing going over there, Malls? There's a chance I'm gonna go to Great Britain this weekend. So I looked at the flights and they're like, okay. It's not great. Call my friend and I said, have you decided? He said no. He hasn't decided whether he's gonna stay or not. I mean, this is like, I'm gonna fly Friday. And I'm like on the fence on whether I really want to go or not. I mean, it's gonna be fun. And there's a little bit of business to be had there, I think. But it's also like a lot of time in the airplane and the car and the train and you know, that doesn't sound, it's not like it's warm, right? And I'm not going to warm places. London, Liverpool, London, Newcastle, Liverpool, I don't know. So, you know, I'm on the fence, but he's texting now, like if the prices on the plane tickets aren't bad, that he'll change his. So, but I need to do it because it's Tuesday and this is the day you book tickets. I know, like, everyone says, oh, Tuesdays, but Tuesdays are definitely the day you book tickets. They're always cheaper. Always, always cheaper. Well, so we can probably just put these two as MK3s, right? And they'll be able to pull. Is there still a steel train running? Where the hell is it? No, it's just one. Guess we throw another one in there just for fun. Oh, and then you want to update these because now you've got a ridiculous amount of loaders. Oh man, these MK3s. Hello. Hello. I was having a hard time getting my head around this game in the very beginning, but now here we are, you know, 2 hours and 50 minutes in, and I'm hooked again. I'm hooked, which is good because we're going to play it again tomorrow. I'm like sidetracked right now. I don't actually, you know, I'm almost done to streaming, so I just kind of came and looked at the other city. This supply line for these. What is this guy doing? He's taking the reinforced where is he taking the reinforced concrete? I'm so confused by what's happening here. Looks like we got plenty of high-tech parts. Well, it explains why this like was not growing back, right? That should be able to reach that. All right, here we go. This technically should jumpstart the whole process. Technically. These trucks? No, wait. These trucks are stupid now, right? We don't need to truck it all the way in here. It can just deliver it right to the city. Well, hold on. Let's... yeah, let's just get rid of all of this. I don't... This has something to do with the recycling. So now if we put in a supply center right here, this is not perfect, but then they should just go from producing the reinforced right into the city. This should jumpstart the city pretty quickly. What's the population? So this is the cut. This is the cut point. 1,000. To grow above 1,000, you need reinforced concrete. Oh, they're building walls here too. How many of those do we have? $191. All right, so it's growing. Just stop by. Hey. Why are you banning Violet's TV? Oh, I remember Violet's TV from your stream a long time ago. That bot's been around forever. City waste insufficient. Bullshit. Look at that. Look at that. 3 jump over. Oh man. Steel coming from here. This is... Let's pull one of those steel trains. Wait. Let's pull one of those steel trains out. Because we're going to start getting steel from the city itself. It's amazeballs. Amazeballs! Let's do this to one of these. And then these are just overflows. This is just my cheaty overflow. Ancient bot, Elderbot? Elderbot Violet's TV has been botting since the beginning of Twitch. All right, so that's jump started. Let's look at the other city, wherever the hell it is. I mean, it's like at the very beginning. It's just now receiving. So these, this is some problems here. I mean, since we're here, right? 1, 2, 3. Oxygen. Should be enough to get it going again, don't you think? We have a whole 3 trucks courting stuff here. I mean, honestly, what are we even doing with these fucking trucks, right? And just put it right there. Dragon eggs respawn. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing you're talking about Valheim. I was playing Valheim last night. What is the problem here? The problem is here. I did so much running around. They do respawn. Wait, you can have a dragon in Valheim? Did I know that? No. It's just called a dragon egg to like get me excited about dragons. Or there maybe someday there'll be dragons? Imagine dragons? We made 1 piece of steel. That train's excited about it. Dragons? That jump starts that. So the other little city will start growing. Oh! I see 0.01. Trees are growing somewhere. I think just south of Los Angeles here along the riverbed. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. These trees aren't growing, but these are. The temperature's up 7 degrees. It's so weird. Like, why right here are these trees growing? Dormant. So, I mean, by that rationale, like in this area, oh, maybe it's because these machines are right here? Dormant. It's basically on the same parallel next to water. Dormant. Da-da-da-da-da. Dormant. Don't understand. Too much water. Too much water? Too cold. Man. Take me out back. I mean, that makes sense. We're pretty far north. So, like right in here, you'd think, okay, maybe it's okay. Dormant. Not enough water. Wait, is there some place where I... Oh, that just shows the water. Can you show me where I should plant trees? Please? I need to stop growing these kind of trees. They're stupid. Doesn't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense to me. Alright, well, I feel like this... Part of the problem is that it's too cold, so let's just continue to... tomorrow, let's continue bringing up the temperature on the planet, which will solve our tree problem. We have water. Trees need water and warm air, right? Yeah, 3 hours. Game starts in 3 minutes. Yeah, I produced a YouTube video today. If you play the game Stardeus, it's about that, and it's pretty specific, couple minutes long. So appreciate you going and watching that, and maybe hitting a follow. We're playing Plan B. We've been playing Plan B. We're going to continue to play Plan B. Say that 10 times fast. We'll play Plan B tomorrow and probably also on Thursday. So let's see how far we can get. That level 15 unlock was rough, and maybe I made it more rough just by being like distracted. But it's a fantastic game, and like I've said the last couple of times, my Plan B is my Plan B. I plan to play Plan B, play Plan B. Like I said the last time, I got it on sale for $9. The game is $10, and I've played over 40 hours, so it's well worth it. The developer is still very active, so it's cool. If you're into this kind of game, like, give it a shot. It's some of the best out there, even with the little quirks that I found. Unless there's someone like really obvious to raid, probably not gonna raid. That's sort of bogus, but also not bogus. Molly's probably sent me some like direct messages. No, she hasn't tonight. That's good. Let's just see if there's anybody else in the Plan B directory. Oh, there are. There are. And neither of them speak English. So that's problematic. I think it's just us tonight anyway. So French and a German. We'll raid out the next time if there's an English speaker in there. We could go somewhere else, but I gotta go. I gotta watch this game. I need to return some text messages and some emails. But thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it and hanging out. It means a lot to me. And I'm back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. in the European time, which is 12 in the East, which is 9 in the West. Woo. Anyway, I appreciate it. Have a great night, and we will see you next time. Or great day.
Back.